Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good. I know, Jessica, that you've been dealing with some stuff lately. I hope things get better for you. I don't know, it is a hard time, and now we have yet another variant, and it's not so much about, not only about the danger we are in, but it's also about how it disrupts not just everyday life, but I'm not talking about being able to go out and to go to a restaurant and go to a bar and all that. It's about something that hits a little bit closer to the house, and it's all the disruption in the supply chain. I mean, I don't know how many of you follow my personal page on Facebook, even if lately I haven't been super active because this whole Facebook thing irritates me to no end. The thing is that prices are rising just because of this whole supply chain and because of the workforce. Let me say hello. Jessica, Sharon, Elaine, Rebecca, Kanchana, J9. So you saw, this is all the Premo metallic, and as I've been telling you, things are not going very fast for me right now because I'm waiting for, I'm scheduled on the 6th of December for shots in my, at the base of the thumb because I'm kind of hurting. Hi Silver, hi Darla. I was hoping to give you a few cane tutorials for the holidays, but that's not going to happen real soon. So I thought of showing you how to make fairly cute and fairly easy earrings. Now, it will have one part that is completely optional. Also, you don't have to use if you don't have the Premo metallic, you can just use the regular Premo. Hi Parisa. Sorry, I got the yawns again. I don't know, from time to time it just hits me. I get yawns. Alright. So, what I'm going to use are these. You can find them both in my influencer store as well as on PolyClay Play. They are the water lily petal cutters. And as usual, I'm going to make them a little bit larger than I would normally make. Not this large, but about this large. So the second largest. Normally I would make them this big, but because it's kind of hard on a live to show close-ups, right? My clay is on, not on the, hold on a second because I messed up here. My clay is not on the thickest setting gonna makings, it's on the second thickest. Hi Anna. Not sure if I think I said hi Parisa. Now, what I'm going to do is first cut two of these, of course. Because we have earrings, even if I might get more detail just on one. Hi Sandra, so I don't have to keep you for so long. Okay, now this part is completely optional. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a and you can use for this part, let me see if I have it here, you can use one of those squeegees for your silk screens. You can use an old gift card. What I like to use is this, I think it's a squeegee, I don't know what it is, it's a Mod Podge thing. And again, this is fully optional, you don't have to do it. I'm going to give it a little bit of veining. Let me do this for both. You must not cut all the way down, just do a groove. All right, and then I'm going to give it a few and it's not going to be all the way, because what I'm trying to do, if you don't use the metallic Premo, then you can completely skip this part. You don't have to use it at all. And you don't have to be perfectly symmetrical on this. Hi Sandra, hi CMC. Alright, my next thing is to do a bit of mica shift. And for that I'm going to get my shaving blade. Remember, you can find these at PolyClay. They come in a set, one of 8 inches and one of 4 inches, and they are the best for shaving, for mica shift, for mokume gun, and for slice cutting. The 4-inch one is perfect for cane slicing. Okay, and to make sure that my blade doesn't stick too much, I am going to shave a little bit of these raised areas. And again, you don't have to go all the way. You don't have to do the whole thing. If you don't have Premo Metallic, add both glitter and translucent. Or if you have green mica powder, you can add mica powder and translucent. But if you add glitter, skip this thing, because you cannot get mica shift if you don't have mica. The glitter doesn't behave the same way. Okay, so try and get, as I said, not all of it, but kind of partially. Don't worry much about the ends. And then I'm going to grab again my hi Ilyanka. I'm going to grab again my wax paper, and I'm going to burnish this whole thing. And remember, it's the best to do it with wax paper, not regular paper, because number one, wax paper, using it with the waxed side down, doesn't leach your polymer clay any, but also you can see where you have areas that did not stick to the paper. So my first thing is to grab my little acrylic block and just press in, because what you want to do, you don't want to roll, because if you roll, you're going to move those little mica particles. And then you can use your finger and then at the end you can use your roller, but only to rub. Don't roll, only rub, because the rubbing motion mostly presses down, doesn't really move left or right. So again, the same thing. Press, press, press until you see most of these white lines disappear, and every time remove the wax paper and place it back, because you need to give the clay room to move. If you don't give it room to move, it's going to still get stuck to that wax paper. So my second thing is burnishing with my fingertip. And again, remember, I'm not flipping you off. I'm using my middle finger because I have nerve damage on the top of my index finger, and I should have put some cream on my hands. I've been washing stuff, cleaning stuff, and all right. So at this point, as I said, you will have to, I don't think I said, at this point you'll have to use the cutter one more time, because obviously the clay would have flattened up a little bit. But again, remember that this is just optional, the whole mica shift thing. And then my next thing, let me remove the, oh come on, this is one of those that you will not be sanding afterwards, so you kind of need to make sure that your edges are clean. Hi, Gilda. And I swear I don't have Alzheimer's, so if I salute you twice, please don't take it the wrong way, but I'm focused on what I'm doing here, and I'm trying not to lose my train of thought, because as I said, after I had chemo, even if I was a superb multitasker before, I was able to do at most 7 different things at the same time without messing up. Now I'm happy if I can do one. Okay, my next thing will be to grab one of these itty bitty clay doodlers, and you can find them pretty much everywhere. I got them from PolyClay, obviously. And then I'm going to choose one that kind of matches. You can make it larger, but don't make it too large, because it's not a good thing. So, because we are talking about holly berry leaves, right? I mean, if you have, obviously, if you have a camper cutter, you can use the camper cutter. Now these ones, I got them a little bit too separate. I need to get back in with my and make sure that your tip of the leaf is nice and oh yes, absolutely. So make sure that you don't do them too spaced, because you saw what happens and how it looks like. Now for the next part, what I advise is to first bake the leaf and then add other things. Because it makes you not leave fingerprints and all that, you know. And I'm not sure, I think that Cernit does not have a good green in the metallic. I mean, if you're not in the US, because I know most of the Western Europe, their clay of the most available is Cernit. So give me just a second, let me check. So the metallic does not. It has a teal, but it doesn't work very good. The pearl does have a good green. The new line of the pearl, and you can find that line on PolyClay Play. And actually, I think I have it close to me. Yes. This is the Cernit Pearl. And remember that my my camera does veer slightly, so it looks bluer than it is. But if you don't find the color good enough, you can mix a little bit of blue and just add a touch of black on it. And I keep telling myself that I need to put somewhere my recipe for the jungle Premo, because it's not, and I know I have it somewhere, but if you give me just a second, I can look for it. I said I'm gonna have to put it on the Kalyana page straight, you know, on the top. Let me see. It's not in here. I'm not gonna look for it too much. Trust me. I hate the new. Let's see. All right. Let me mute this. Where's it? Oh, shut up. No, never mind. I'll have to look for it and show it to you later. But because that can be reproduced in Pearl as well. As a piece of advice, if you do not have, as Kalyana says that she doesn't have the metallic, one of the best mica powders to mix in polymer clay that I have found are the mica powders used for soaps. And especially if you want to make your own colors, you just add them to translucent. Hi, Sassy. But I found that the ones for soaps do not change color and do not get goopy and do not get anything, obviously because they are for soaps and the soaps get boiled, right? So those ones are not, they are heat proof. Now, to bake these, you will have, and I'm doing this with the wax paper, but your best bet is to use printing paper, right? Let me see, I need 2 of these. And after you bake them, leave them in the oven to get until they get cold, because if you're going to manipulate them, they are thin enough that as soon as you start moving them around, they will lose the shape. So you will need the fan folded paper that you put on your tile, and then you grab this, place your blade right where the middle vein is, and gently, don't fold it all the way, you just need to give it a little bit of shape, kind of like this, and then place it on the paper. Now the wax paper is much softer, so it's going to give way, but regular printing paper, it's going to sit right in the middle, and as the fan is folded like this, it's going to do just fine. Now, before you bake it though, before you do anything else, I'm gonna leave this right now for like this. But before you bake it, I'm going to use, and if you use another brand of mica, you might have to put a little bit of varnish on top. But for this, where are you? Just a second, I'm trying to find my brush. And you'll need a brush that's not very big. Remember that brushes, you can find all kinds of brush sets for cosmetic use at the dollar store, and you get a lot of brushes in those sets. Okay, and what you want to do is to just go, and yes, you can do this with glitter as well if you want to, but go mostly, I put it upside down. You need to put most of it at the very top, go a little bit towards the leaf itself, not just on the very ends. And yes, at the beginning of, you want to brush it really good, because you don't want to lose your mica shift. You can use your finger if you want. So it would be just barely covering it. At the beginning of December, I will have a, let me see, because I'm not sure if I have the, no, I don't have my account here, but by the 10th of December, I think, I should have enough in my earnings account to do a PolyClay Play gift card for the holidays. Now, if you want to go with glitter, what I suggest is to get, remember that I was telling you about the American Body Arts glitter. That is a wonderful, wonderful glitter. And as I said, you can use the glitter. And the American Body Arts glitters tends to stick on the clay, so you don't need to give it any kind of sealing. Or you can do like I did on this one, use both mica powder and this one, the specific one that I'm using is Elements Fire. In their Elements series is this glitter that's very, very fine. It's more like a sparkler. And you know that normally I don't do glitzy stuff, but hey, it's for the holidays. It has to be sparkly and pretty, right? If we are talking the holidays. Now let me lift it so you can see it better. So obviously it's going to be just a little bit folded. And you don't have to worry about the back. The back will be just fine. And you can put some glitter on the back as well. But as you can see, it's nice and glittery. Let me change the color and so you can see better. It's more glittery than what you can see here, but again, it's my light that doesn't let you see very well. All right. And remember, the problem when working with glitter is that it goes everywhere. All these micas that you see all with all the colors and all stuff, this is not natural mica. This is artificial. It's lab made. And that's what I kept telling you, whenever you buy mica powders, make sure that it says mica powder, not mica pigment, because mica pigment is natural mica with a pigment, and the mica inside, it's not like, see, like for this one, for the red, and the same is for the green. The mica itself is gold, because natural mica is going to be silverish or goldish. There is no colored natural mica, but all the other colored mica powders, they are made in a lab. They are not natural ones at all. Okay, now let's go ahead and make a few berries, right? And in order to hang these to the ear wires, you'll just have to put a little hole here. And if you do have a hand drill, do it after you bake it. If you don't, you can poke a little hole before you bake it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab one of my cutters so that all my berries will be the same size. And I think I'm going to make like 2 cutouts per berry, so 3, and go for 4 or 5 berries. 4. 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can make the berries smaller than this, but I personally think that you need to seed them. Think about this: whenever you get real mica flakes, they are never colored. They are either silverish or goldish. But hold on a second. I have some. For some reason I grabbed the glass glitter too. Okay, so these are pretty much the colors of natural mica. These are mica flakes. And as I said, the mica that you see colored is man-made. See, this is a mica flake, and you see this one is silverish, and this one is goldish. Oh, this one I didn't even open it yet. Just a second. And it all depends if the mica has any kind of inclusions in it. So this is a more goldish mica. But again, you cannot color it. Natural mica, you cannot color it at all. You can put pigment with it, and it's going to look like, as I said, like this one has green pigment but gold mica. Let me refocus on a close-up. And because remember I was telling you that for most of my for gemstones I need mica that is that color, but you can see here that the mica is gold, the mica is not green. And let's compare it with the Cernit, where the mica is silverish. Cernit also doesn't have a lot of it's not blue, it's definitely not blue. Most of the Cernit does not have colored mica in it. It's more of a fine glitter, as you can see. The mica in here is also silverish. A Premo pearlescent color that shows artificial mica. Let me find it. Oops, sorry. Is the violet pearl. The violet pearl actually has blue mica in it. Oops, I dropped a piece. See, the mica in the violet pearl Premo is actually blue. So this is their only one where they really have artificial artificial mica. Pardo has pretty much mostly artificial mica, because most of their jewelry line has some kind of pearlescent in it. Okay, so now I'm going to just make my berries. And again, the size of the berries is entirely up to you. How big or small you make them. Just make sure that you do you roll the little spheres until you have no folding line. For some reason I removed my cream, my hand cream. By the way, I've seen, and I meant to tell you that, I've seen a few tutorials that tell you how to clean your hands and all that. When you have all kinds of colors from the clay, that tell you to put hand cream and then rub it real good and then wipe with a paper towel. Don't do that, because hand creams are made to penetrate the skin. So what you're doing is to help all those chemicals from the polymer clay to penetrate your skin. Your best bet is lava soap, and then use a good hand cream. Like the best of all to go to is the Nivea. Alright, now for the next step, even if it is raw on raw, just because these are round and all that, I do suggest that you place a little bit of bacon bond on the leaf. Alright, now you have to be very careful. So I have a little toothpick, right? And I'm going to grab this one, still has some folding line. I'm going to grab a berry with the toothpick. And I want that little hole there. Now, of course, with the leaf being folded, your berry, you'll have to be careful and arrange the berries. They're gonna be, you don't want the hole to come towards you, so you're gonna have to put it kind of like sideways. But this is just to show you how to set the berries. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to put a little bit of glitter on them. So for all this kind of stuff, do not use big glitter. Use only a very fine glitter. One of the best glitters that I have found for any kind of crafting is, I'll get up and bring it for you. It's called Polyflakes, but it's very hard to find it. It is still up on the manufacturer's website, but otherwise it's very hard to find it. All right. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of black. And I'm going to do itty bitty. So I need 5. You just need little dots. And make them all nice and round, itty bitty round. Or if you want to make them even more glitzy, you can use a tiny rhinestone with the hot fix kind, right? So all you have to do after that stay there. So you first place them, and then you go back with your toothpick and that way you'll make sure that they stand still. Now, as a piece of advice, if you want it to look even prettier, what you need to do is to varnish the berries. And why is that? Because it's going to make them look way better. And you can varnish even before putting them in the oven, as long as you use the scalpy varnish, which a lot of people, including me, kind of bash, but I bash it only for more professional, if you want, pieces, but for stuff like this is just perfect. And we're gonna wait for like a minute and you'll see the difference, because this has to the scalpy varnish is slightly milky and it becomes more transparent as it cures, hardens. It only takes a few minutes for it to harden enough not to be so milky, but it takes longer for baking until it is properly cured. Let me clean. Alrighty. So you can use poppy seeds if you want. Of course you can. But you see the difference, even if it's still a tad milky, you can see the difference between the shiny ones and the non-shiny ones. And hold on. Let's try without the lights, and I'm going to get it a little closer and a little bit brighter. Kind of like this. I want you to be able to see the glitteriness. Okay, so it looks real pretty to make them like this. And you can put more glitter right here on the very edges here if you want, or mica. But as I said, you don't use a lot of mica. You don't want to cover the, you can use the glitter for more glitz, but that mica has to give the feeling of frost pretty much, not something else. So let's get back on track with this. So as I said, you can either poke a hole after you bake it with your hand drill, or you can give it a hole before you bake it and then just use a jump ring to attach it to a ear wire, and you'll have pretty nice earrings for the winter holidays. So I hope you liked it, and I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be next Sunday. It's going to be, let's see, next Sunday is the 5th, so it's going to be one day before I get my shots. So probably we'll do something with resin, or either that, or I'll have to see. Maybe I'm gonna do something with flocking powder and clay. How about that? Also with a little wintry thing we can do. Sorry, I think I got the glitter on my eyelids. I'll have to go look, because I feel something glittering. I see something glittering. Okay, so I hope you have fun making these, and I know probably some of you are still enjoying the leftovers from Thanksgiving, but stay safe. If you didn't get your booster yet, get it. Myself, I think I'm going to go back to wearing my respirator mask. And by the way, talking of which, if you are still in if you are in the US, the respirator mask that I got, that you can breathe much better with. It's not that good about people hearing you, but it's great. You breathe right, and it's way safer. It's like an N95 safe. And it got much cheaper from when I got it last year. And you find it in the COVID-19. This one. I know that I paid $24 for it, and it's $11 now. And you can find, I think I put here, these kind of carbon filters are much better than what comes with it. And the only thing is that it goes over the head, so you don't have much choice in terms of hairdo. As you can see, it's got valves, so hence breathing is much easier. And it seals really, really, really good around the nose here. I think I posted a photo with it. I forgot when I went to do something to a doctor. I think I posted the photo on Facebook. But anyway, if you want to get yourself one go ahead and get one. At least 4 times like this when we have an unknown variant out, and if you have health issues like mine. Because I know that the vaccines are supposed to reduce the severity, but you never know, you know. I mean, when you have damaged lungs, it's gonna be bad, no matter what. I mean, for goodness sakes, the sniffles, and they bother me. All right, so I will announce in time for next Sunday. I will announce in time so you know what to, so that you can know what to get ready. Or we might actually use some. That would be nice. Let me see what I have. Well, I don't have tinsel, but I'll have to see. I have only white and clear. But I'll have to see if I cannot mix it with a little bit of glitter, the clear, to get a good mix. We'll see. Because remember, you can do your own stuff using a pen if you don't have a good a stamp. Okay, have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to thumbs up, and don't forget to use my influencer store link when looking for something on Amazon, because that helps me a lot. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you next Saturday first, because it's the first Saturday of the month, and we'll have the regular monthly chat. So I'll see you in the week next weekend twice, once on the 4th and once on the 5th. Have a great what's left of the weekend, everybody. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.